All right, hello everybody. Today I'm going to showcase this build that I had been working on for a couple days now. As you all just saw, I was playing in a Void Erosion Challenge level. I think it was level 2, where they're weak to electric, and I was hitting crit hits in the mid to high 50 millions consistently. Like, she was getting hits constantly, and you guys saw it in the former clip where she was just hitting 50 million plus, just consistently, just smacking them and killing things like crazy, like maximum amounts of hits. Well, this is the build that I was using. Now, as you see, we'll start off with the modules. It was an ambush build, of course. This one obviously is one of those, you choose whatever you want. Because I like to have enough cooldown, so if I perchance miss a crit hit and get knocked out of my invisibility, I like to make sure there's enough cooldown. So I've got, of course, the MP conversion and nimble fingers, plus a focus on fusion to get some of that as much cooldown as possible. Then, of course, you've got your skill concentration, front lines, and emergency measures for maximum crit damage and a buttload of crit rate. I got power increase here to increase that skill power as much as humanly possible. Now, on top of that, you need MP collector simply because you're constantly using your abilities. So you're going to need that MP. So as you're killing things, you're getting an MP back because you're going to need it. And then dangerous ambush, because she's invisible. They're never targeting her. So you're gonna want that to get that extra skill power. Now, on this last one right here, electronic syncytium, that one is the one that topped it off. Without it, you're going to see mid to high 40 million crit hits, but with it, you're getting the 50 millions in the 50 millions. However, with it on, she's got almost zero health, like less than 6,000 health. And even with the inversion reinforcement, it's going to give you closer to 7, but still, I would probably recommend foregoing this and putting like an HP mod. So she at least has about 10, 11,000, because you're definitely gonna want that in like some of the heavier Void Erosion, especially if you're going in with a group or whatever. So that's what I would do. I was just trying to see how hard I can get her to hit, and this is crazy hard. All right, we'll go on to the reactor. The reactor is obviously a fusion electric reactor, tingling mixture. I've got crit damage and range on it simply because that third ability where she throws those little shock nuts can go further. For max damage, you definitely want the full Slayer set, all your MP recoveries, HP, MP, things like that, the basic ones. All right. Now, on the gun, the main gun that matters is the Blue Beetle. You don't really use it for shooting. Mine's not even fully built yet. But the main thing is you want that unique ability. What it is, when using a fusion skill, grants arcane energy, which gives you more crit rate. That is the reason for this gun. It's a stat stick, but it gives you that extra crit rate you're going to need. Okay, for the arcade tuning, this is how we went with it. You know, get over here, get your skill power, definitely get your gold skill power, get up all the way straight up here, get that cooldown to the right here, and we're going to go for electric cohesion, because you see how, you know, you can get up to 3 stacks of electric skill power, and it adds up to 19.2% extra once you get that 3rd stack. And then I went over here to get even more crit damage. On the inversion, extra cooldown, because I think with that, when it kicks in, won't be quite maximum, but it'll be, you know, almost. And you'll be able to, if you get knocked out of your invisibility, your ambush, you'll have plenty of time. You'll usually have a cooldown ready to do it again. And this right here for extra HP, obviously, and that for extra MP. All right, I'll show you guys here right now. Her crit hit rate is at 38.46, which is pretty abysmal, but her damage is ridiculously high. So as we go into our invisibility, we do a couple hits, you see it's knocked it back up the rate to 61.46. And that's about as high as you're going to get it, unless you find some other ways. Like if you want your rate higher, you can, instead of emergency measures, you can, or I'm sorry, instead of emergency measures, you can go for skill insight, which will give you even more crit rate, and it'll probably get up to closer to the 80%, around 80% or so. And that's up to you, but as you can see here, almost every hit is a crit, even at only 61%. So I think this is plenty. Anyways, folks, well, that is the build, and I hope you guys enjoy it and enjoy destroying those Vulgus and hitting them for massive amounts of damage. So everyone have a good day.